Hi. Okay, do we have how we doing now? We got sound. I'm hoping we should have sound now. I think. We'll see. I apologize for that last one. We'll go delete that one out of there. Sound. Hi. Let me know if I have sound, you guys. That's better. There we go. Okay, good. Rookie mistake. New webcam lately, and yeah. I'm just gonna go delete that out of there so people don't get confused and go on that one right now. We had 420 views in an hour. I mean, in 2 minutes. 1 second there, guys. Dun, 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 dun. Make sure we don't delete this stream, right? Just the one that we just did. People don't get confused. Do we get a mic check? Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. How's everybody doing on this? Like what? Saturday afternoon? Saturday evening? I don't even know anymore. Okay. Delete forever. We're gonna delete the no sound video forever. It's gone. It's never coming back. Okay. How do we win the prize? Hello. How do you win? Today, we're giving away, I have 6 Ion toques and then tube jigs from Graham Abelia. We got chartreuse, we got glow, I've got white ones. Like I said, I've got 6 packages like this. You just have to hang out in the chat for an hour-ish, talk a little bit, get your name brought up. Cindy's upstairs writing down names. We'll pull a random number generator, all the numbers later there. And you just have to be here still at the end of the chat to win. And we're going to have a chat for 17 hours. No, I'm just kidding. Not 17 hours. We'll probably do about an hour-ish. So even if you come hang out for 20 minutes and then come back in like an hour, if you don't want to come back for the whole thing, just come back for the last 10 minutes even. But yes, so how is everybody doing? I really wanted to hear that beer crack. I know, right? I know. Hi. We are getting flooded fast. We're going to try to keep up here somehow. Ion Took is pretty sick. Wow. Big Mama Lakers. My eyes, I gotta close them and then open them again and try to soak them in here. If you guys have some questions, leave them here. We will obviously try to answer some questions, but more importantly, just hang out. Any good fishing stories? Anybody like catch any fish lately? Like what's going on? It's minus cold. That's all I know. It's cold. Hello from New York. That's awesome. All the way from New York. It's beer o'clock. Yes. Have yourself a beer, Ryan. Need some merch for my wife. She wants a CSO tank top. I'll add some tank tops to the Merchology site. Not Merchology, the Teespring site I've been using. I have here right now. Anybody who wants, I think I can put it on there. Yeah. That's the link for the Ain't Chartreuse Ain't No Use thing. It's going by really fast. See ya. I can't even, there's some messages that like, holy cow, this is ridiculous. There's some messages I was trying to show that said they had tough fishing and I couldn't even show it. So Justin Jenkins broke one of the Mr. Bigs. Worried about breaking the new 46-inch rod? No, that 46-inch will be pretty solid. You interrupt my viewing of the Clayton Schick Pike video. That is awesome. That Pike video was so cool. I was like loving watching the footage myself for the first time. It was mind-blowing. Oh, what's your favorite rod? If you're talking ice fishing, probably the one I use more than anything would be the True Grit, and then the running gun because I fish outside again. I'm muted again? Somebody just said? That can't be. No, it's good or what? Okay. Somebody said I'm muted again, was messing with me. Cindy said I'm good. Wow, obviously that's pretty quick. Because she heard me say it pretty fast. You're fine. No, you're good. You're not muted. Maybe it's you're that muted. Trolling. Yeah, somebody's trolling me. Exactly. They just want me to leave again. Holy cow, this is insane. You guys got to type slower so Cindy can write down names. Matthew Hawes, hello. Welcome back, buddy. Hope your fishing was good. Here's a super chat. I can read this one. Can't wait for some of those tubes. I'm ordering some. Yeah, Graham Belia has a site there, obviously. Belia Baits. I guess he doesn't have a site, just has Instagram, but you can go there and you can order baits. I'll do some more tags and stuff like that too. But with those 2 super chats, we better have a shot too, because I need a shot. Can we see the fish pillow in the background? There's Lucy, who's sleeping. Oh, that would be farther away. There, is that better? There's the catfish. There's a catfish. Okay, let's have a shot. Do more overnight camping? Yes, I will. I feel sorry for Cindy Exner, her poor hands. Yeah, she's probably, last time she wrote down like 300 plus names. It was crazy. Dayson, I'm looking to buy a new pop-up tent for 2. What would you recommend? The Otter Lodge. In my opinion, the Otter Lodge pop-up, the hub is like the ultimate 2-man hub. You could get away with the cabin, it would work, but the lodge is definitely the best. Cheers to the super chats that came through. Oh, whew, that's a good one. We're having some shots of some apple pie moonshine to the super chats. Oh, we'll do one more there. I can't keep up this. This is ridiculous. This is the fastest I've ever seen. Super chats go, not super chats, chats go through here. Insane. Imagine we got Aaron on here. You guys won't be able to keep up. Dayson, that's what I'll look into. Yes. Matthew Haas, fishing slow. Haven't had a chance to get out much. Everyone, don't forget to like the live stream. Yeah, like her up. Cheers to all you guys that left super chats. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Do you think the quick fish is good? I think it's a good shack from what I know. I just haven't had any time with it. Sorry, I haven't spent any time with it. Clayton, what's your favorite topwater bait? I have 2 that I really like, Patrick. I like the River to Sea Whopper Plopper and the Savage Gear. Oh, what's it called? I'm having a brain fart. I forget the name of it. I think I had it written down because I was ordering some actually. It is the, where'd it go? I don't know. I forget the name of it. Smashtail. It's a Smashtail. Big Cold Lake tourney next weekend. You coming? No, I am not coming to the Cold Lake tournament, but I hope you do well. I hope it's a great event for everybody too. I think that's the first one they're having. So get Aaron and Jay in video. You guys are great together. I know we need to all do a video together. Definitely. Did I miss that other super chat? No, I got her. We'll have a shot for you guys there too. Okay. And then we're going to try to start answering some questions here. Everybody's always saying hi to start with and stuff like that. And then the chat will slow down a little bit and then I can get into some questions. It'll be much easier. Cheers to everybody again. We need to be on the next 39 hours. What's 39 hours? Never heard of it. Oh, that was a good one. What line do you use for pike? I like 30-pound Power Pro Super Slick. It's probably my favorite line for pike. And then I'll kind of mix it up a little bit with, in terms of leader size, I'll use a 26-pound AFW American Fishing Wire for like the smaller baits and a 40-pound for the bigger baits. And then a 65-pound leader for like the biggest baits. Lance Marcotte, I saw you said hi. I hope everything's well down there where you guys are. I wonder if you guys have been on the boat at all. I need to get down there at some point in that open water. That'd be so much fun. But obviously, it's got to warm up. I'm not going fishing when it's minus 40. Crazy. Clayton does the perch beard next. Nah, I don't think so. Aaron had to do that, right? Because his beard is so patchy. So what you guys didn't realize is all he did was really just shave out his weak spots of his beard. So Clayton, I'd love to go fishing with your 40-inch pike. I would love to take everybody fishing. I really could. Take Cindy fishing. I actually did take Cindy fishing. We did try to film a video. I had some camera problems, though. I still might try to film something from it. She did really good, though, and we won't tell anybody. She might outfish me, though, too, that day. It was really good. For her, not so much for me. She crushed it. What happened to the Spring Laker videos from last year? Well, I crashed my hard drive. I have officially got them all back. So at some point, I will probably do something with them. I just haven't yet. So possibly yet. January 12th, we were on the boat on Boundary Down. Oh man, that would have been amazing. It would have been amazing. How do we enter? How do you enter the chat here? You just gotta hang out, and then your name, you'll probably be entered. Cindy probably saw your name there, and she wrote it down, and we'll do a random number generator there for everybody for a chance to win later. That's all you have to do. Just hang around and chat a little bit, and yeah, ask some questions, and just be here at the end of the chat. That's it. What's better, guiding someone to a new PB or catching a new PB yourself? When I'm guiding, like during the guidance season, 100% guiding somebody to it wins, like hands down. And I'll stop saying. I get a lot of pleasure out of people like watching, especially kids too, them catching their biggest fish, right? Like the excitement is still raw. It's so true. Kind of like I get when every other fish I catch, it feels like. But and I think that's why a lot of my clients like fishing with me too as a guide, that I just get so excited for them. And it's awesome, period. Thank you for the super chat there, Steven. We'll do a shot here for the last couple of them. I cannot keep up. I hope Cindy can keep up. Can you come back to the Lake Winnipeg next? Bite is slow. We need your luck. Right? I just need some luck. Brady, take a shot for each time COVID has prevented you from coming to smash greenbacks with me. No kidding. Brady, I was supposed to go shoot some videos with him on Lake Winnipeg here. He's a guide, harvester outdoors. And unfortunately, COVID has prevented me from getting out there. So cheers to all you guys that have left those super chats. Clay, who's ahead on PB Pike, me or Jay? I think Jay's biggest is a 47, so I think we're tied. I'm pretty sure we're tied, actually. So I'm going to have to beat that just so I can get a bigger fish than him. We can't have that. Such a great channel. Smash that like button, guys. Show Clayton some support. Awesome. I appreciate it. Clayton, what do you look for a map? What do you look for on a map for a multi-species spot this time of year? Travel routes. I love travel routes. Fish are going to start to be moving a lot this time of year and kind of staging for their spawn time. So choke down points, river channels, and you might have to fish the river channel. You might fish, say, up higher on the river channel, but narrows. If you watch Jay's last video there, he was like in a really a choked off area, like a choke point type of thing where it got narrower. Something like that definitely is something that's worth looking for. Now you might want to be down the shoreline from it, say that this is your choke point here, and it comes down, it swings out. Maybe you want to be down that shoreline somewhere, but somewhere in that area is always something good to look for at this time of year. Clay versus Jay ice fishing, that would be fun. It would be tough to do, but we could definitely do it. We could pull it off, I'm sure. We could pull it off. Red, I know. Red lures, right? That was still a funny chat. Burbot depth at night. Shallower, like usually that 15 to like 25 feet, they should be coming up. You should try the Savage Gear duck this spring. Had some awesome action on it last spring and summer. I'll do something with it. I will. I'm going to actually be using a lot of Savage Gear stuff this year. I'm going to be working with him here again. I worked with him in the past, but I'm going to be doing something with him here again for the next year. So we're going to do lots of Savage Gear stuff. In my mind, they have like the coolest baits, right? The most realistic baits. They're the ones that draw the fishermen in all the time, and they catch a lot of big fish. I'm not going to lie. Big pike or big Lakers? Big Lakers is definitely my favorite for sure. I love big pike, but if I had to choose, I would catch big Lakers. As long as I can do it casting or jigging, I don't want to be trolling all the time for them. Sometimes it's the only way to catch the bigger fish is to be trolling, and I'd rather not troll if I don't have to. Future plans for the channel, new ideas. I have one segment I want to do. I'm in the middle right now of finishing a garage where I'm going to try to film everything, but I want to do a segment called What's in Clayton's Tackle Box. I have so much tackle, and it's like I just want to pull out a lure and then go through it, what I use that lure for, the different sizes of it, when to use it, what I've caught on it in the past, flash some pictures and stuff like that, whatever. So I'm going to try to do something like that for it, and then just keep pumping out all the open water content. Just in case there is no guiding season, this could be my full-time job yet for the next year again, so we shall see. So lots of plans for it for sure. We're going to keep pumping it up. The live chat is flying, Ben. You should have been here like literally when it first started 10 minutes ago. I couldn't read anything. It was just flew through there. New flasher skunked me yesterday. No, just get out and give her again. Sometimes this can be a super time to fish, like a super tough time to fish. English, Clayton. Can't wait to see your tackle box. Clayton, I'm heading out for bourbon next week. Any tips for lures? Patrick, some kind of like bigger spoon, like heavy, like 7/8 of an ounce, 3/4 of an ounce, an ounce, something where you can pound it on the bottom and just give it like some pound, 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 and then just let it sit there for a second with just tension on your rod. So your rod tip's kind of just bent over a little bit, and all of a sudden you'll feel them kind of like just pick it up like that. They'll come up and hammer it at times too, but for the most part, those bourbon eat everything right off of the bottom. So keep it really, really low to the bottom and just pound that mud up in that sand and just pause it for a little bit. And glow lures for bourbon too, for sure. For sure. Clayton, film a super multi-species episode. I can't even pronounce that bay, Lake Superior. I would like to get out there one day, but I just can't see it anytime in the future, the whole COVID thing. I love your channel. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I do. Do you use frostbite jigs? I do. I just don't use a lot of small stuff like Jay does all the time. Jay uses all those smaller jigs. I use them a lot um, for panfish, but I don't use them a lot for walleye at all. What do you think of the new Frostbite reel seats? There's some work to be done for sure, and they know that. Frostbite has been trying their hardest this year. I know there's been lots of issues with people getting their stuff's been taking forever, or stuff's been getting shipped broken. They put it this way: they care so much right now about taking care of everybody that they're going through the hassle right now of changing warehouses. Maybe I shouldn't be saying that, but they're tired of the people that were shipping stuff out for them and not taking care of it, or they're bypassing this time of year for their sales. They want to be selling stuff, but they're just not happy with their customer service. So they're going through some tough times right now. So if you're wondering why their website is down, and maybe I shouldn't have said that, I'll probably get fired, but hey, they just care. They want good service. They want good stuff. So they do apologize for anything like that for sure. Chum for trout. I think chumming for trout is definitely can help for sure. I also feel that if you're in the right area, the traveler out there, those trout are coming by no matter what. So when I've caught my biggest Lakers, I actually haven't been chumming. So I don't know what that means for anything, but yeah. So yes and no. You can go either way with it. They told me about switching warehouses. Okay, so somebody knew then. Okay, perfect. So they was public knowledge a little bit. So good. I'm happy that I didn't just talk myself out of a job. I'm late to the party. No, the party's just started. We're having some drinks and chatting. You're all good. Micro dinner bell, mini slayer for suspended crappie. That sounds good. Joey, how you doing, buddy? Joey, that's funny. My pant stick was here in 2 weeks. With that, yeah, that's not long. There were just other issues that were happening, Joey, at times. Got my shirt. Thanks. Do you know if there's any good Canadian rod companies you recommend looking for an 8-foot medium heavy? I'm not too sure of any rods that are made in Canada for open water rods at all. That would be good. I can't really help you with that one. I apologize. I've been running all Shimano stuff the last couple of years, so that's all I really know. Trout after dusk? Yes, trout is good for sure. It's really good in the dark. It's worth. Lake trout is one fish that's definitely worth camping out for, like say for 24 hours on the ice. It can pay off at 2, 3, 4 in the morning type of thing. Sometimes they might only bite at night. It's really weird. It's really weird. Last year you said happy birthday to my son Carter. Could you wish my son Connor a happy birthday? Turn the big 6 years old today. No, we're not doing that. No, I'm kidding. Happy birthday, Connor. That is awesome. And we wish both your sons happy birthday. Carter and Connor. Best slip bobber rod. Oh boy, I'm not in open water season at all right now. You want something with a medium action. You don't need that sensitive tip because you're detecting the bite through the slip bobber, which is what your fast action is for, is picking up your bites. So you want that rod to almost load, which is the medium action, before they sense that somebody's there. So something that's length isn't a huge thing, but say something like a 7'1", 7'6", For walleye, you'd be using a medium to a medium light with a medium action. That would be my best, your best bet. You could get away with the fast action, just don't do an extra fast action. We need Lake Winnipeg content. I know, I need to get out there sometime. Chiladas are so good. That's what we're having here, is a chilada. This is the only thing I have to do this evening. Well, there you go. Hang out. We got 453 people in here. That is pretty insane. Pretty insane. Buddy Flex or Big Buddy? I like the Big Buddy. I haven't tried the Flex at all, but I know it's not as powerful as the Big Buddy heater, so I'm staying with the Big Buddy heater for right now. Excuse me. Do you ever fish near Thunder Bay? No, I do not fish there. Hello from Edmonton, Alberta. Hope you're staying warm during the cold snap. I am. I'm in my house here and having some drinks and staying warm. Wildest fish story. I got a crazy. This is maybe you guys aren't interested in this, but wildest fish story would be. We'll get back to that right away. I just got the run and gun rod. What would you recommend for a case rod locker? Oh boy, I haven't found anything for a 48-inch rod yet. Your best bet would be like a rifle case, a big rifle case from like Canadian Tire. Anyway, craziest fish story in the Florida Keys, fishing for tarpon. And I think this is actually with Darcy and Lisa Cox, who still go down there. And I don't know if it was Darcy or Lisa that hooked into the tarpon, and it ran under the bridge pillars where you couldn't get your boat under. And I took this buoy that I had, and I grabbed their rod out of their hand, and I clipped it on there, and I threw it in the water. I threw the rod in the water, and they're looking at me like, what is going on? And the buoy was pulled through the bridge pillars by the tarpon, and we went over there and picked up the buoy and the clip and then the rod, and we landed the tarpon. So that was probably the craziest thing that ever happened. And I don't know what made me do it. It was like, if I could go back, I would never do that again. It was like so silly to throw in a $150 rod and a $350 reel, and it's like, why did I just do that? Just to land a fish? It was like so dumb. But that would probably be the craziest thing I've done myself. How long do you stay on one spot for fishing walleye and perch? That really will depend on the lake, to be honest. Some areas where I know that the walleye are cruising through, I'll stay all day in one spot. If I'm not catching anything, of course, I'm going to try to move around. Unfortunately, when you are filming, you have a lot of gear to kind of haul around and move around. And I'm less likely to be moving as say if I just had my flasher and a rod and a reel and I was going to be moving quick type of thing. So filming makes me move less for sure. Guy at work says he caught a 31-inch smallmouth. I would like to go with that guy. He's either catching the biggest smallmouth that nobody's ever seen, or he's got some good product in this boat. I'm just kidding. But yes, we know that there's no 31-inch smallmouth. Do you use a drone? I do. I just don't use it enough. I'd like to use it at some point more. It's just really hard when you're filming everything by yourself. But I do plan on working some more drone stuff into it. I have some epic drone stuff of lake trout this last spring that I haven't released yet, of like watching fish in the shallows, chasing baits and stuff. So yeah, I just really got to get on that. Maybe that'll be like my project as soon as ice fishing ends there. I have stuff I want to do with that. So is that a fish billow behind you? No, that's a catfish. It's a really poor mounted catfish. Yeah, it is a fish pillow. It is. Let's see here. I got so many questions. What do you recommend for clear water walleye? Natural baits, like your more natural colors, like your brown and your silvers or your light blues that look like a Cisco. Don't get too bright usually for the most part, and then really downsize your fluorocarbon line a little bit. Like if you usually use 10-pound, go to 8. If you usually use 8, go to 6. Just when you're in that clear water, just really downsize it. How much you want for the catfish pillow? You can get them from Cabela's. I can't give that one away. That was a Christmas present from Carter. Why don't you post panfish trout videos? I do some perch videos here once in a while, but I don't have any crappie in my area, so I don't have any bluegill in my area, so it's really hard for me to do panfish. And I would do more stock trout at some point. It's just there's only so much time, right? I edit everything myself. So when I go out fishing for a day or two, I have at least 2 days editing type of thing to go with it. So I don't fish as much as everybody thinks for the most part, probably. Favorite lake trout location? Uh, Big flats, like usually for the most part, if you're going to catch like your biggest ones are going to be on top of like 40 to 60 foot mud flats where the whitefish and the ciscos are up there eating bugs, and then the lake trout will come cruising by to clobber some stuff too, clobber some bait. I'm trying to click messages here. You show. Will you ever go up to Walson and film an ice video? I don't know, man. No, that's so like. As soon as you start getting to areas where there's no like cell service, there's nobody to help you out if you got into trouble, it can be tough. I would do something like that with like a friend, but I probably would fish reindeer first, to be honest, because you can get up there and there's a little bit closer to civilization in terms of having the town there and stuff like that. So I'd probably fish reindeer first. Are you still able to drive up to northern Manitoba from Saskatchewan? No, I'm not supposed to be right now at all. What line do you use for winter lake trout? I use 30-pound Power Pro Super Slick because I fish most inside, and braided line works great inside shacks. Can't wait for Lake Erie 15-pound walleye. That's unbelievable. I can't wait for open water. I love ice fishing, but I'm not gonna lie, I can't wait for open water and being on the boat and just exploring more, right? That's the hardest thing about ice fishing is you don't get to explore as much as you do in open water, I feel like. Have you ever fished Lake Winnipeg? Early open water, had some pretty amazing weeks out there. Multi-species 150 fish. That's amazing. It's amazing. I haven't fished it open water, especially early. I fished open water late. Aaron and I went up to Hecla one year. I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. It's the only time I've ever fished, and that was later in the year. Best lake near Saskatoon? Diefenbaker is probably your best bet. I don't know if that's too far. I know Blackstrap's actually a little hidden gem if you can just find it. There's some big perch. Find the fish. There's some big perch in there for sure. Clayton, film. I would like to get. I saw your comment before. Lake Superior. I would like to get there one day. It's just so tough. How's the hand, Cindy? Somebody says. I'm sure it is. It is hurting. It is hurting. Open water. Yes, open water. I did it. It was interesting. I did a poll on YouTube here yesterday of like if people here just for the ice fishing or the open water, and it was surprisingly a little more open water than I thought. I was thinking I was going to see a 50-50 split, but 75% of the people were here for everything, not just ice fishing. I saw a thing I wanted to answer there. Your favorite float suit? Probably the climate suit from Striker, and I like it because you can take out the linings out of it in the inside, so you can use it in the coldest temperatures, and you can use it in warmer and when it's not as cold either, right? If I could only have one floating suit, it would be the climate suit. I have two. I also have the hard water suit, which is like probably one of the warmest ones, I'd say, for the most part, but it's a little bit more, it's not, I guess I shouldn't say bulky because it's nothing compared to what suits used to be. Like I remember I used to only fish like in bibs and a hoodie because I was always tired of like feeling so bulky. But I remember putting on the hard water jacket with just a t-shirt and I was like, no, this is awesome. So, but the climate suit would be the one I would pick for sure. Hard water would be my second. Any planned collaborations soon? No, only because of COVID though. That is going to be something that will hold the collaborations back for a little bit. Hard water is so hot. Everybody loves ice fishing, like insane. As soon as the ice fishing stops, my views will just kind of go down and down and down. And then ice fishing comes, they'll pick it back up again. It's like that for everybody. It's crazy. So if you're watching this channel, make sure you not only subscribe, but you hit the little bell notification, because in the summertime, YouTube will stop pushing my videos up there because they're open water. But if you have the bell notification on, you'll get notified that there's the videos coming. Are there any bass in Alberta? I don't know. I'm sure there is. 49 hours ice fishing. Yes. Ben, have you fished La Ronge? Any recommendations to stay up there? I haven't fished La Ronge for a few years now. Hunter's Bay is I know where you kind of want to be. Send me a message, Ben, on Facebook there. I can get you, or I can look into where they stay. I just don't know the lodge off the top of my head, but I know there was a lodge there that Nate Sutter has gone up to and done fairly well. It's pretty good up there though. I know lots of math. It's been really good actually. Laurent is making a comeback. Matthew Hawes, congratulations on 40K subs. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. What's your favorite ice reel? My favorite ice reel that I use more than anything would probably be the Stratic 1000. And then smaller fish, I go down into a Sahara 500. It's been really good. Looking for if it ain't chartreuse hoodie. Yes. Okay. And actually, I can post it because I have that link up here right now. It's gonna go by fast. There's gonna be a link coming here. That's my ain't that link right there. I wonder if I can pin it or something like that. Yes, pin it. I think I can pin it. Message pinned. I don't know what that does, but that's how you get to the ain't chartreuse ain't no use. Any plans for rainbow brook trout and tiger trout content? Yes, at some point I will do more of that for sure. There's a couple lakes I really want to get into. I'll probably fish a lot more stock trout come April. I'm thinking something like that. It's pinned. Perfect. Perfect. You got yours. I hope that everybody that did get it is like the shirts because I don't get to see what the product looks like. I'm just know obviously because I made the logo for it. Who all do you work for or with type of thing? That's a great question. Right now, working with Striker, with Frostbite, with Aquaview, with Humminbird, with Dakota Lithium, Ion Augers, and the seventh one. Come on, Clayton. Now somebody's watching this and they're going to be like, "You can't believe you left me out." Oh, somebody in here is going to pull it out right away. I didn't do them in my normal order. Oh my otter, like my biggest supporter for ice fishing. Yeah, whoops. Those are who I'm partnered with, and then I'm gonna be partnered with Savage Gear as well. See, everybody's like otter. Everybody's like you donkey. Lure company. I'm working with lurenet.com. You can get 15% off your lures there if you just use code Clayton15. Lurenet.com. There's a bunch of stuff on there. I really like the quiver spoon, and then I've used for lake trout. I was using the bomber spoon. It was really good. And then Savage Gear. I'll be working with Savage Gear now too. I'm pretty excited for that because I've been a huge Savage Gear fan for a long time. Do you change your cadence tactics when fishing with two people in the same hut? Yeah, you totally should. You should it's best to use two different types of presentations. That way you're talking about it in your hut. Like one guy should be using some kind of like a jig and a minnow slower presentation, something like that, and then the other guy should be using like more of like a rattle bait, something that's going to make some noise type of thing. So switch it up a little bit. If obviously they're hammering one thing, well, yeah, you got to kind of switch over what Buddy's using, but I would totally think about changing it up between the two of you guys. Like if you have two guys close in the shack together. Biggest fish we ever caught, Goliath grouper, a giant. If you go to Google and search Goliath grouper, my picture will be like one of the first, and go to images, my picture will be one of the first like 2 or 3 pictures that come up. It's a giant Goliath grouper. I got a Savage Gear duck lure. Awesome to watch it get hit. I love topwater. I saw another message go by there. It said, message me for smallmouth bass in Saskatchewan. Send me a message on Instagram. I would like to do that for sure. I would like that. Love your channel. Your hard work shows. I sub for life. I won't miss a minute. You're a good soul. I wish you great success. May all your life and dreams come true, starting with 1 million subs. Oh, thanks, dude. I really appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate everybody watching all the videos for sure. What is your favorite ice fishing rod for walleye? The True Grit 38 medium would be, if I could only pick one rod for walleye, that would be it. But I really like the other ones that go with it. I like the Smoke Show, the 37 medium light, and the Running Gun. And then I also like the new Drench. Those are my 4 walleye rods, but my first one is definitely the True Grit. Nolan Clayton. Hello, Nolan. Muskie, hopefully muskie this summer or fall type of thing. How does poor Cindy keep track of all these messages? The funny thing is oh, Cisco, want to come fish bull trout? Yes, Cisco, I love you. I miss you. One day we're going to do bull trout with you. Going back to the Cindy messages thing, she probably is like wrote names down like twice or 3 times, right? I feel so bad for her right now. She's going to come down here, a disaster. She has some put-in shots though, so we'll have to give her a little bit of a break and she can have some put-in shots when she gets down here. Come to Wisconsin. One day I'll get down to Wisconsin, Samuel. One day. I apologize to anybody that messages I'm missing here. I feel sorry for the people that just put the message in once and then go, oh, he didn't answer me, and then they left. I just feel so bad. I do. I do wish I could answer everybody here. I'm Instagram too. I feel so bad right now. I'm behind by like probably 200-300 messages on Instagram. I've been trying to keep up. I'm answering like 40, 50 a night. I'm doing my best. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Cindy is the goat. Dream next boat. I don't really know. Honestly, I haven't really looked into it yet. Jaden, how high ice walleyes in the north this year? Yeah, Jaden, if the border will let me come, I'm coming to fish with you, dude. We need to hang out once yet and film something. I would like to get a video with you at some point. You did a lot for me, so I'd like to get you in a video if you would like to be a part of it at some point. Dead stick herring for pike. I like little Cisco's. And herring are good too. I've used herring too, honestly. And some people argue that herring and Cisco's are the same thing. Lake herring are. Atlantic herring is different, and there's a bunch of different herrings that are different from a Cisco, but all the same family, I believe. Going to fish for perch tomorrow, but I don't know where to go on the lake. I wish I could help you, Jackson. Just go where the perch are, maybe. That's a bad answer, I know. Just keep searching, right? Keep moving around, keep looking. I always tell this to people when they're like, how do you catch big fish? Or how do you stay on fish? Or how do you catch fish? It's all experience, just time out there, right? And then all of a sudden it's like 15 years of fishing an area, you go, oh yeah, I remember this. November, 4 years ago, we were slamming here. Let's go check that area, right? Like you develop little patterns type of thing, and you just remember them. And that's one of the things as a guide. I have such a good memory of like fishing spots. I saw one. Do you have any pets there? Myself, I don't have any pets. Cindy has one cat there that is sleeping. Lucy doesn't even move. And then Tigger, and a lot of people know who Tigger is. He's a big friendly cat. You're the best. No, you're the best. You're the best. Any Xanders in our area? No, there's no Xanders in our area. Not gonna lie, t-shirts. That is coming up for sure. I'm trying to work with something here soon, hopefully with Jig and a Minna t-shirt, and then a Not Gonna Lie t-shirt. I'm going to try to actually talk to I haven't told him this yet, so if Jason's watching, I'm going to try to connect with him and try to get some kind of design yet here for something just small type of thing. So can we go up to Caribou and walk out on a 60-foot shelf? No, you can't. At Caribou, you have to get to the second cranberry. First cranberry it gets like, I think, as deep as like maybe 30-40 feet. So you have to get into second cranberry. You need some kind of sled to get there for sure. But if you're looking to catch Lakers off a shore in the fall time, you can catch them right off the shore at Caribou in the fall time. Contact Norm and he'll tell you when that time usually is. It's usually later into October, like October 15th to October 30th. The weather can be dirty, but they catch Lakers right off the shore there. So that's something to think about if you don't have a boat or don't have access to get out in the lake somehow. Chikai. Chikai. We need Chikai t-shirts. Chikai. And I always say that in my videos when people ask me like what does that mean? It means whoa, or shh. Chikai. When does Humminbird come out with their live view or whatever they're calling it? Soon. Mega Live should be out here, released in the next couple weeks or months type of thing, I believe, and then should be available to the public, I believe, sometime the end of March, mid-April, something like that. I can't remember for sure, but hopefully soon. Fishin' Sass Kid. How do I enter the giveaway? You just entered by me. Mention your name right now because guaranteed Cindy will hear me and she will be entering your name for Fishin' Sass Kid. And then you just have to be here for the next 20 minutes yet. And then we are going to give away some toques and some jigs. She's going to have hand cramps. I don't know. She's going to come down here right away and she's going to say, you owe me. And she's probably not wrong. Favorite lake? Oh boy. For what species? I really like Athpap. I really like the cranberries. I really like Simon House. I really like Last Mountain. I really like Tobin. There's just so many good lakes out there. Honestly, I would be so upset if somebody said you could only fish one lake for the rest of your life. I really would. Clay, enter me. Okay, Luca, if that's how I pronounce your name, you are now entered. If it ain't chartreuse, it ain't no use. Heck yes. Great pike video. More pike videos, please. I'm going to try to do some more pike videos for sure. I really appreciate you watching. I really do. Those look incredible. Are those your go-to lure for Lakers? I use a lot of. Hello, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. I really do. Cheers to you. I use a lot of tube jigs. Yes. I haven't caught any big ones yet on the jigs with a little bit of hair here, but it's only because I haven't used them enough yet. He's tied these perfectly. I remember when he first started tying them, the back end was super heavy and they didn't sit well. And we had some suggestions for him, and he lightened it up a little bit in here in terms of the hair, and he's been doing an awesome job. He says he's so busy, like so busy. They're awesome, and they're look at what color. You guys know. Clavers J Ice Edition. I know it's been getting like really asked for. I guess I do have to kick his butt at some point. Clay, can I enter? Poor Cindy, I made it work for even worse. We're here now. Patrick, Clayton, once Corona is over, what's the trip you're most excited for? Any possible trips out in North America? Maybe the Amazon or GTs? GTs probably would be probably the biggest one on the list. Amazon too, Peacocks would be there too, but GTs would probably be for the one I want to do more than anything. I really do. It's a good question. Cindy is doing a great job. I don't know if some of these comments were getting hidden. I have to show them because they're not bad at all. Can I please be entered? Yes, I'm sure you're entered. Why people got a spam, bro? Yeah, don't have to spam. Just go slow. I know it's tough, right? Like it's tough. Adam, you're entered, I'm pretty sure. Okay, no more from now on. If you say Clay enter me, you're not getting entered anymore. How about that one? Can we expect to see you at our local outdoor show next year? Our guide around here. I know the lake's my old. I know the lake's my old man. I just want to pick your brain. I would think if the outdoor show goes next year, I could see myself being there again. Yes, I really do. I can't see. And yeah, I would say I probably would. I'd be talking with Wani and probably doing something there. I probably wouldn't do seminars. I think I'd more or less just have a booth, sell merch, hang out, talk to everybody, answer questions, and that type of thing. So that would probably be what my goal would be to do. Craig, we have a great stocked Laker spot, 15K, 15. Oh, and they're natural too. Giant eyes. And Bay Quinty is close. Put a beat on them. One day, if I can get out there, Bay Quinty is on the list. Huge on the list. Everybody that left those last super chats, I appreciate you. People that have been leaving the super chats, we've been having a shot of apple pie. Just to have fun. Ooh, cheers. Whoa. Oh boy. Oh boy. Don't enter me. Hey, I know reverse psychology. Okay. Where do you get the dinner bell? The frostbite site is the only way to get the dinner bell. And I can't even show those messages. And their frostbite website is down right now. It'll be back up though in a little bit. Another week, I think it should be back going again. Cindy and Sam ice fishing video. I know, it'll be cool. Dave, hey Clayton, when targeting Lakers, would you prefer a hump shoal surrounded by deep water or steep point going into the deep water? Honestly, it's all dependent on time of year. I think if I only have to pick one, it'd be the hump shoal surrounded by deep water, though. I think there was a super chat here somewhere and I missed it. I think right there. Don Goodman. Thank you very much, sir. I hope you're well. We better have a shot of apple pie for you. I really appreciate that. You guys, this has been really hard to keep up with everybody tonight. I'm not gonna lie, I never expected 578 people in here right now. Cheers. It's really hard to keep up. I'm trying my best. Steve B, if you ever want to try Nate Lake Nipigon, look me up. I'll take you out. Good luck with all the names, Cindy. Thank you, Steve B. We'll definitely keep you in mind for sure. For sure. Is there a fish on my couch? Yeah. Catfish. You got catfished. Oh. Messages went by. If your message didn't show up, I tried to click on it. I just couldn't get it to show it. bloopers reel. Clayton, you are awesome. Thank you. Super chat here. Hey Clayton, what electronics do you use for ice fishing? I use the Helix 7, G2N, I think it is. And I use the AquaViews, as you guys know probably from the last video if you've seen it. I use the AquaView HD 7i Pro, and then I use the quad camera. But I use the Helix 7. I've been loving it because I can use all my mapping stuff. I just got the new Lake Manitoba MasterCard there, so when I fish those lakes too, excuse me, and all the mapping I do, I love it that I can have it all in one unit, right? I can have my flasher and I can have my GPS all together. The ultimate in my mind. Wow, this chat is insane. You're not kidding. I can't keep up. Getting drunky. No, we're not drunky. How is the Dragon Slayer? The Dragon Slayer is awesome. The new ones are really good. Like the new ones got a lot of movement to it. Favorite auger and ice house. I've been using the Ion this year. Maybe may not know or know, and I wasn't sure how it was going to do. I've been super happy with it. Like I would not go away from the Ion G2 now that I've spent so much time with it. It's so light. It cuts awesome. Even the slush so far hasn't slowed it down. It's been really good. In the ice house, if I could only have one ice house, and I always say this, it'd be the Otter Resort Hub. That would be the one I would pick out of everything, just because you can use it for so many applications by yourself, with a group of people, overnighters, everything. That would be the one I would pick, the Otter Resort. It's the ultimate. Whoa, Scott. Thank you so much. That is a giant super chat. We need to have a shot for that in the last one for sure. That is unreal. Thank you so much, Scott. Keeping the dream alive. Appreciate it, Scott. Cheers to you, and thank you so much. Is the Otter Lodge worth the 1K price? It keeps you warm. I'll tell you that much. It keeps you really warm. I am not a part owner of Frostbite. I just work for them, or work with them, I should say, more or less. I don't like to say I work for companies. I kind of work with them. It's a partnership. They do stuff for me in terms of some sponsorship and product, and I do advertising for them. So that's kind of how that all works in that sense. And I will never work with a company that I don't feel confident with, if that makes sense. That's $50 less of Frostbite gear, Scott. Somebody said. That's funny. That is so funny. Jamie Berry. Hey, Clayton, any type of fishing you feel like you've mastered so well it's almost too easy? And then Philip says, love the videos, keep it up, more big pike please. Jamie, no, there's no fishing that I've done where I've caught so many big fish over so many fish it feels easy. I've guided for thousands and thousands of pike over 40 inches, and that number is not exaggerating at all. Probably upwards into 4,000 or 5,000 pike over 40 inches I picked up, and I don't ever feel like it's easy or I've mastered it. Every time you go out there and you feel like, I got this, it's no problem, it's easy, they'll throw you for a loop and they'll do something completely different. The minute you think you know it all, it's done. You'll never, ever, ever figure it out in that sense. You always gotta, they're always on top of us, the fish. You just have to put it all together and figure it out. But I don't feel like I've mastered anything. Hey, Clayton, can I get an autograph? No problem, Abby. We'll give you an autograph. I don't think I've had anybody ask me for an autograph on live stream. I'm sure it's sarcastic, but it's still funny. I'm just kidding. Cheers to all you guys in the last couple super chats. What's your favorite lake to fish near Malville? I think I saw that question a few times, and I apologize. I'm finally getting to it. Lake of the Prairies would be my favorite lake that's close to Malville, I think. It's somewhere where you can go where you can catch a lot of fish, and you can catch some big fish as well, right? It's an awesome fishery in that sense, where it's just got so much, it's so big, you can get away from a bunch of boats, you don't have to fish community spots. There's a bunch of little hidden gems all around there. Cheers to all the last couple super chats. I really appreciate it. Yeah, there's 609 people in here. I'm pretty sure that's a record for this channel. We'll have a shot for that. Cheers. Dason, I did not fish in the minus 47 today. No, I didn't. Cindy cooked a nice breakfast and supper today, so I enjoyed a nice relaxing day off, and tomorrow we'll get back to the grind with some editing. And then Carter really wants to fish next week, and it's his time off, so we're going to probably try to put some videos together for the channel next week sometime. I have a video here to edit still from Caribou where we slammed the Lakers, or I slammed the Lakers, I should say. I think you need to do a Clay versus sort of meets Laker challenge. Biggest mama wins. Maybe one day. Thank you for all you do. Would you prefer to catch a big walleye or pike or laker? Big laker would be my first one for sure, hands down. Hey Clayton, what are your favorite frostbite walleye rod? My most favorite is the True Grit, the 38 medium, and my second favorite would probably be the new Run and Gun, the 50 incher. If you're only going to fish in a shack, then I would say the 38 medium, the True Grit, still my favorite, and then the 37 medium light smoke show to go with it. I hope that helps. Cheers to you guys for those last two super chats. Michael Lowe, big anything. Yes. Cheers. We are 615 people in, 224 likes. That is unbelievable. Funny guide story. I got a funny guide story, but it's going to take like 3 minutes to tell. So we're going to go for it. Okay. I'm like my second or third year guiding. And this is like, maybe it's even like my first or my second year. I'm really new to the lakes, the areas. And I have an older gentleman in the boat and his son, and they're like 80 and 60, right? So his son is 60 and his dad is 80. And the dad's at the front of the boat and he's casting and he catches some pike and whatever. We're having a great day. It's about half an hour from lunch. And he looks over at me, he goes, "Hey Clayton, we gotta go to shore. And he pauses and he goes, "Never mind." And I go, clueless, like what's going on? And his son goes, "Dad, did you just poop yourself?" And his dad goes, "Yeah, maybe." So I'm like, okay, this is happening, right? So I radio the other boats. I'm like, "You guys, I'm gonna go in for lunch like half an hour early. Like, don't worry about me. Just come when you guys are ready." So we go to the shore lunch area there. I drop him off on this little dock, and I take his son back out into the lake. You poop your pants. What are you gonna do? You're probably gonna throw your underwear out or something like that, right? He's down at the dock washing his tidy whities out of the dock. And I'm so glad I don't have to say any names. He's washing them out of the dock, and these two other boats buzz in to come for lunch. He panics, throws them back on, and his son's like, "Oh no, like you can't believe this is happening." Honestly, best time, best. It was so funny. Like I remember telling that story later that night, and people were like, "Are you kidding me?" Like it was so cool that I get to tell a story like that now, right? Things happen, and going back now, I feel so bad for the guy, right? 80 years old, up here fishing, so excited to be there. Probably caught the biggest pike of his life, couldn't control himself. Yeah, so there. How's that for a story for you? I missed the super chat there too. I apologize. Hey man, I love the channel. I love some autographs some way or another. Definitely, if I can find some way to get you an autograph somewhere somehow, Wyatt, I really would for sure. I would. If you, I owe somebody another product or merch or something. They asked for an autograph and I sent them the hat and I forgot to sign the brim of it and I felt so bad. So I should probably be sending them another hat now that I think of it. Now that you remind me about that. Had to drill a hole of poop. Oh, how much to come fishing with you, Clay? Unfortunately, I don't do any guiding right now besides just my summer stuff up north at Wallace and Lake Lodge. And I don't know whether we'll have a season yet or not. I hopefully we do, but yes, it is the best. Honestly, it's the best story ever. I'll never forget the, "Hey Clayton, I got to shore. I got to go to shore. I got to," and then the pause. I'll never forget the pause. And he pauses and he goes, "Never mind." So good. What do you think of the clownfish house? I have no experience with them, so honestly, I can't give you a recommendation on that. I really can't. I saw another one there. How much money you have tied up in gear equipment? A lot, a lot. And I always compare it to this when somebody's like, "You got all this gear and all this stuff," and I always compare it to somebody. It's like you wouldn't be a mechanic and not have all of the specialty tools and all of the tools, right? Like right now, this is my job, so I should have the tools, right? So that's why I have it all. You were to come for Alberta, what are you fishing for? Big perch in the potholes and bull trout, or is that only BC? I'm not sure. Does Alberta have any good fishing? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not really sure. Cheers to you and that super chat. I appreciate it. I don't film when I guide. I'm going to try to find some way to integrate it all eventually, but I always want to put the I always want to put my clients first, right? And as soon as I pick up a camera, I feel like I could be messing up their trip somehow. So I think the hat camera is going to be the way to do it for sure. So something like that, I might do something eventually. I think we'll see. We shall see. Cheers to you. Cheers to you. How do you get into guiding? Honestly, just by applying at a lodge and going for it. Starting small, maybe working on the dock and working your way up. I'm going to actually making a post here on Facebook in the next couple of days. Our lodge will be looking for 6 guides this year. I think we might have 2 hired already, but there's still probably 4 spots open. So if you are somebody that is super passionate about fishing, it's something you want to do for a long time, pay attention to the post and how to apply, because it's something you should definitely consider. Where I work at Wollaston Lake is one of the best lodges, if not the best lodge in northern Saskatchewan, probably in North America for that matter. It is an unbelievable operation, unbelievable place to work. So watch for that post coming soon on Facebook. Try this 360 camera in the boat. That would be definitely interesting. Where is your lodge? We're in northern Saskatchewan, like 5 hours north of La Ronge, something like that. It's a fly-in flight from Winnipeg. Oh, pick me, pick me, pick me. I want that opportunity. Well, Twister Tail Adventure, if you just honestly you just have to apply for it. And I know a lot of people are like, I have no experience, anything like that. Honestly, we don't always hire on experience. We hire more on people that have the drive for it and want to do it. And the biggest thing is not coming to camp as a know-it-all, wanting to learn the information, wanting to learn our way. That's the biggest thing for sure. Hey man, love your channel. Cheers from Iowa. If you ever want to catch yellow bass, hit me up. That sounds really interesting, Brent. Yellow bass sounds cool. Missed my question with my last super chat. I'm sorry, Scott. Love your channel. What are your go-to reels and thoughts on the Vanford versus Stratic? What are you using for trout and Walters? Thanks for the awesome content, Scott. First off, oh, you missed writing the question in there. That's funny. I thought I missed it. Thank you for the super chat, Scott. I really appreciate it. I haven't got to play with a Vanford yet. I'm waiting to get one in my hand to see what it's all about. The Stratics I love. So I have a feeling like the Vanfords are going to be very close to the Stratic, maybe just a little bit lighter for the most part. And what are you using for trout and Walters? For lake trout, this year I'll be using a Stratic 3000. And the Walters, I use mostly a Stratic 1000. Both are awesome reels. I'm sure that the Vanford's going to be really good. Open water season, I look forward to it. I just use the Stratics mostly for the ice fishing season, as I feel like they're maybe a little bit more durable than say the old CI4s were, I believe they were called. They're great reels, but they just maybe for the ice fishing they couldn't take the abuse as much. I apologize, Scott, you had to send 2 super chats, but thank you so much. And I took a lot for that time, that one for that time. I missed another super chat here. Larry, thank you so much for that super chat as well. Twister Tail Adventures, I'll be applying for sure. My name is David McPherson. I hope I pronounced your name right. Awesome. Yes. Apply. Clayton, love your videos. I don't even know where the question went. I'm trying to find it now. I can't. I apologize. Do you use many tip-ups? I use tip-ups when I'm filming, like, say, a tip-up segment. The only reason I don't fish with a lot of second lines or a lot of tip-ups for the most part is when I'm filming, I want to capture the moment and capture everything right there, right? So you should always fish with your second line if you can. But unfortunately, when I'm filming, sometimes I don't. But I use the iFish Pro Tip-Ups 2.0 for the most part. And I like fighting my fish on the rod and reel. I really do. I saw another question I wanted to ask, and now it's gone. Who is your all-time ice fishing idol? That is a good question. Ice fishing idol. I honestly don't know. I think, you know what? It will go to the people that, and they're not going to be, it's not going to be one person directed in general. It's the pioneers of the sport that started it all, right? Like, it's so hard to do. It's so much work. So the people that started it all, like, those would be my idols in that sense for sure. I don't know if I have an actual ice fishing idol. Eric Haudia fishes a pile. Doesn't do a lot of ice fishing, I guess, so just for a short season. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. I really would. I'd have to honestly think about it to give you a good answer. Joey, in one of the videos, you and Jay fishing with Bay Winkleman, Jay is handling the pike and it shakes, and the face he is making is super funny. Joey, I remember that. If anybody wants to see what Joey is talking about, if you want to see some old Clayton Schick stuff, go to YouTube and search Babe Winkleman Wollaston Lake or Babe Winkleman Clayton. I don't know if my name will come up in there, but there's like some old videos. Babe Winkleman catches some monster pike with us and stuff like that. So there's some like vintage Clayton Schick stuff. I might even not have a beard in my first videos with him in 2008, I think. Actually, Andrew Fishing. Love your vids. Are you always recording while fishing? How do you manage all that footage from multiple cameras? And then Kyle Jordan, another super chat for $5. I'd have a drink on you guys. To answer your question, Andrew Fishing, yes, I'm always filming. My cameras run nonstop. When I get done at the end of the day, I have between 500 and 700 gigabytes of footage. Then it's all about trying to go through it all, right? Like, it's hard. The more fish you catch in the day, the longer the video takes to edit. If I only have 3 or 4 fish, it's not as bad, right? I can go through the talking points and maybe some of the fish catches, and it's easy, but it is hard. I am really bad for keeping footage for too long. I have to delete some older footage because I have, like hard drives upon hard drives. I think I got most of them in my other bag right now, but look at, like, these are all portable hard drives, right? Like, just after another, there's 6, here's another 7, 8, 9, 10. Like, I got portable hard drives everywhere. It's absolutely insane. Okay, I missed a bunch here. I think I missed a super chat I gotta find too. Jamie Schulman, your head is gonna hurt tomorrow with all these questions. How about another story and a maybe sketchy moment you've had? Okay, here, I'll give you, we're in an hour already. Cindy's probably wrapping up the names. Here's a sketchy moment. I have to have a drink this one because just thinking about it makes me. We're guiding Wollaston Lake. It is the end of the day. We're in some of the nastiest waves I've ever seen. Probably, and I'm not going to exaggerate. When people say they're in 8-footers, for the most time they're exaggerating. These were 8 to 10-foot waves. It's 4 guides. Thinking of this makes me just puke almost. We radioed the lodge and said it's too nasty to bring our clients home. They flew the float plane over. They picked up all the clients. And now the 4 guides, myself, Bumper, Tyler, and Brent, we're left to go back to the lodge by ourselves, but on an hour boat ride, because most of our good fishing is all an hour away from the lodge. It's an insane drive. And we're in 8 and 10-foot waves at certain areas, certain stretches. Some areas are calm, going through narrows, going through channels. We're good. We hit our worst stretch, and I went last because I was like the most senior guide, and I'm like, you know what? I need to go last in case something happens to anybody like that, right? We send the first 3 guides, and I go last. And I'm telling you, at the word of a lie, when you went up, your boat was like this. And I remember looking it over and going, is that boat just going to flip over backwards, or is it going to keep going? I hit my first wave and I came down, and my seat pedestal broke. So now I'm turned sideways in the waves, which is fine, trying to figure out whether I can fix this seat or what I can do for the most part to try to get going. Determined that this seat was not fixable. Threw the seat aside. Now I'm kneeling / kind of sitting on the back of the gunnel or the rail of the boat type of thing to try to get momentum and try to stay afloat and keep going forward, right? If by the way, if I could go back this whole day, I would have turned us all around, went back to the narrows, and we would have stayed overnight, and we wouldn't have put us through this whole stuff. We kept going. One of the guides actually saw my boat turn and panicked because he was like, Clayton's boat's turned. Is he gone? And he can't see me because I'm kneeling on the floor, like trying to figure out my seat. We got back to the lodge. Like, I'm telling you, this was like an hour boat ride. And I just remember parking my boat in the stall and just walking up to where I was staying. I didn't fuel up that night or anything. I was so shooken up. It was the scariest moment I ever had. I mean, it's the only time in 18 years of guiding where I was like, I'm pretty sure I was going to die, or it was like we made a mistake in that sense. And that's like why you have to always be so careful. These are all guides that have so much experience on a body of water and know the water and know all these scenarios. It was ridiculous. Like, oh, I need a drink. I wish I had something like that on video. I really do, because it was insane. I'm glad nobody got hurt. I would have felt, if I would have died, I would have died. I'd be like, I would, if any of the 4 guides would have died, at least it was me. But like when it was like you're the head guide in the situation of like the group and you're the one that made the decision to go forward, and somebody else would have got hurt or died, I don't know. I probably wouldn't be here right now because I would be so shooken up from it. Anyways, enough about that. Let's focus on the good stuff. I saw another super chat there a little bit ago. I didn't get to it. Come to Alberta in July, and I'll show you the most epic mountain fishing you've experienced. Cutties on the fly. Evan, I've seen a lot of your comments on my videos, so I appreciate you being here a long time. And if we can definitely make that happen one day, that would be super cool. I would enjoy that, something like that. I love new experiences more than anything. Definitely do. I think Cindy should be coming down. PB Walter, I get this question asked every single channel or live stream. Is so cool. My PB Walter is 32.5 inches, 13.56 pounds. I should go back and see if it's the same person asking me all the time to see if I always have the same answer or not, because that's pretty funny. Best pike fishery around South Saskatchewan? Probably Diefenbaker, I'd say. Clayton, I love your videos. Thank you so much for watching. How often do you go on the water to film an episode and just don't get enough content? Very often. Especially last year being one of the first summers where I spent in the South trying to put together all the content myself and like figuring stuff out. Excuse me. Was really hard. I think it took me 3 or 4 trips out before I finally got a video last year for my first one. So this year I'm going to definitely push more stuff, even if I don't catch anything. At the same point, I don't want to keep posting that out, right? It's like a video here and there. If you don't catch anything, it's fine. But it's better for me to turn around and go to the lake the next day and try again, right? Let's do it all over again. Reset, format all the memory cards. And Aaron and I joke about this lots. It's like, what's the easiest day of filming? The day where you can just hit format on your memory card and start all over again. 615 people, 606. We are going to do the giveaway now. I got an itchy beard. Cindy, do you have some names and some pudding shots for yourself? I think she has some pudding shots for herself too. We're an hour in. I appreciate everybody sticking around for this long. Like 614 people are in here right now. That's probably a record. So Cindy have wrote down a bunch of names, and we've got 6 of these. We've got 2 chartreuse with ion tubes. We've got 2 glow in the dark, which I don't use enough. I really should, especially for that nighttime fishing with tubes. And then we have 2. Oh, they fell, but I got 2 white ones. I got a white tube jig too. She'll be coming down. How's your hand?
I quit.
She quit.
I texted you halfway through and asked if we could have a shooter break, and you bypassed
Why didn't you just come down?
Question.
You texted me, or you saying there?
I said it on the chat.
Well, then just come down. You can always come down for a shooter break.
Oh,
You don't even have to ask. You don't even tell me how many numbers you have. Honestly, don't.
I ran out of paper.
You ran out of paper?
I took 3 sheets and I wrote 4.
Wow. Cindy made pudding shots, and she loves pudding shots, don't you?
Yeah.
Then maybe you should have the first one. She puts them in bowls because.
Oh, I should have taken them out of the freezer, like.
Oh, because they're frozen.
10 minutes.
Well, you have the first one. Oh, they're like. Maybe you have to have most. So they're alcohol. It's pudding and alcohol. She likes pudding shots. She does Jello shots all the time, and then this time she does pudding shots. She makes some pretty good pudding shots. Are they cold? Aren't they? Cold. Whoa, cold. Cold. There's a lot of names. Holy cow. Well, sorry. You're not winning. You're not on here.
Who?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. People got smart for a while. They're like, enter me. And then I'm like, okay, no, I'm not entering you. And then people are like, don't enter me. People are smart.
My first phone died, so I grabbed my second phone. The computer kept dying. And like the questions were just.
I honestly couldn't keep up. I don't know how to keep up with chats anymore. Random number generator. Okay. Let's pull this aside here. Make a little thing. Your Laker videos get me fired up. Keep them coming. Thank you so much, Hunter. I appreciate the merch that you bought in the past as well, my friend. Everybody that's bought merch, thank you so much. Is that our last number?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we have 3 4 pages of people. Holy cow. She's written down like crazy. So the only rule is you have to be here in the chat to win. So I have a random number generator here, and I'm going to hit it. I've got the minimum number and the maximum number.
I might not be able to read my writing.
I've got a ridiculous amount of people, and
writing too fast.
We're going to hit it, and we're going to read the number, and that person is going to win. Okay, the first one is number 72. 72. I gotta find 72. Matthew Hawes. Do I have a Matthew Hawes here still?
He made a comment on there to wrap it up because the Oilers game was on.
Oh, the Oilers? Oh, you're watching the Oilers. You don't deserve to win anyway.
He's not on there. He's watching the Oilers game.
Oh, Matthew Hawes. The question is, Matthew Hawes, did the Oilers not only cost you so many championships and playoffs and all that, did they also cost you right here, the first one, which is going to be obviously.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, Matthew Hawes, you are lucky. The Oilers didn't cost you this time. I'm assuming you'd like a chartreuse with a toque. I'm going to assume you want the chartreuse one. Oilers just scored. That's funny. There we go. The first winner is here. Okay, we need to write that down. Where's my marker? I'll write number 72 on there. That's the best way for me to do it. This is a crazy. We have 655 people here right now.
That's, I think, your largest.
That's insane. 72. Okay.
Maybe we should do a 3-hour live chat and go to midnight.
Oh, yeah, not today. Are you kidding? I don't have enough alcohol for that. Okay. We are going now for a glow tube jig and the ion toque. And we are generating the number, and here we go. Number 224 is Joe Spence. Is there a Joe Spence here? Cindy wants to get lit. Joe Spence. We're looking for a Joe Spence. Joe Spence, you are the winner of a glow-in-the-dark and Ion's toque. Joe Spence, we'll wait for you to comment here. I knew that was a cat. Yeah, there's a cat there. Joe Spence.
Where's Lucy?
Joe Mama. Joe Spence. We're calling it Joe Spence. Joe Spence here. Joe Spence.
Where's the young man legend Carter?
Carter is working.
He gets off Monday morning.
Oh, Joe Spence. Joe Spence, we'll draw the next one. We'll give Joe Spence a second here to comment that he's here. We'll keep looking for him for a little bit, but then we're going to redraw him after the next one. We're going to do. You want to grab me a white tube jig out of there? You're done a pudding shot already. Look at you, Joe Spence. Still no Joe Spence? A toque and a white one. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We're going with a white tube jig right here. Oh, did I see he's here? He's here. Somebody said he's here. I had a bunch of people say, sorry, Joe. There he is. There he is. Where? Joe Tanner.
Oh, there's so many.
Joe Spence right there. Okay, Joe. Done. What number was that? 224.
24.
Okay, Joe. I'm writing the numbers on here that they're here. 224. Perfect. This is fun. I love giving stuff away. This is so cool.
It's easy for you.
I like to give stuff. Yeah, I know you did all the work. Okay. We're going with a white tube jig and toque. We're going to do like next. I'm going to put together a huge product for one for our next one. We're going to do the next giveaway. We're going to do some Lindy tackle, some Savage Gear tackle, and possibly a Manitoba hat. We're going to do a huge giveaway for the next one. Huge. I guess that's not too huge. We're going to do a huge giveaway at 50,000 subscribers. That's the biggest goal. Okay, white tube jig. Here we go. Generate. We have a number 128. 128. Oh boy. What's that say? Something angler? H-E-I-N-O-L-A. H-E-I-N-O-L-A.
Angler.
Hiana Angler. H-E-I. Nola. We don't know how. We're bad English.
I have terrible spelling. I was writing
Well,
so fast.
no, if that says it's a Heinola. Angler. If you have an angler in your name, please comment now so we know. So we know. So we know.
Oh, right there, right there.
Right there? Oh, right there. You win. You win. What number was that?
128.
128. Okay. We have your name, your number. You're winning. I will just stay here. For anybody, in case you want to leave right now, send me a message on Instagram or Facebook with your YouTube name and whatnot and your address. And don't try to trick me and say that you won. I had somebody trying to do that last time and say, my husband won. And I'm like, no, they didn't. You're a liar. Okay. We are going now. We are going to generate another number 258. Where's the 258? So many people. Evan Hammond. Oh, Evan, you're the guy that invited me to the mountains, Alberta. Evan, you got to be still here because you were like late in the stream where I saw your comment. Evan. Cindy needs to make a dessert for adults cookbook. That's a good one. Evan, you win. A glow in the dark. Amazing. Oh, there's Graham. You guys, there's right now. There's Graham Belia. There's the guy right there. Click him and bug him for more jigs if you want to buy some right here. These things are amazing. So good. Evan's got to be here somewhere. He's got to be here. He's always there. He's commented on so many videos in the past. So many videos. I'm going to write his number down for a second because he's got to be here. I'm sure he is. 258. Do you want a sticky note? No. Oh, no. Marker's good. Then it washes off and we have somebody says no, Evan. Hey. He gone. We got more yet, though. We got more. Grab me the chartreuse one and another toque. We'll give Evan a second. Oh, Evan's right there. There he is, right there. Yeah, people said he wasn't here.
So this works so good because
people said he wasn't here. He's here. He's here. Okay. Chartreuse tube jig and the ion tube. I love giving stuff away. This is the best. Okay. 4 sheets of people. Let's number generate. Let's do it. Bam. 36. Where is it?
It's close to the beginning.
Right there. Dason Hoffman. D. Hoffman, I think. I just know he's Dason because I remember.
I just write.
You know him from personally. This is Dason, isn't it? Like yeah. D. Hoffman. Dason. Right there. D. Hoffman. That's funny. This is kind of funny. Cindy has Dason and then brackets D. Hoffman. This is like the first time somebody that's like supported the channel for so long has finally won something. And I always feel so bad. So this is pretty cool that we did it like in a way. This is pretty cool.
Your very, very first giveaway was Kyle Walkup.
Kyle Walkup was the first giveaway. He's still with me from a long time. And Cindy knew who D. Hoffman was, that she writes Dason brackets D. Hoffman. That's pretty cool. Dason right there. What number was that? 36?
36.
Okay, we still have another one. We have one more. One more, no more. No, we're doing one more after this. I got one more after this. Okay, white tube jig. And then we're doing another giveaway after this. Yeah, we got a white tube jig.
Are you giving away Lucy?
We're going to give away your Lucy cat. 108. 108.
PLU, and then it was like 11.
PLU 11. PLU 11 or LL or something like that, right? Yeah. PLU 11. PLU 11.
But it was capital P, capital L, capital U.
Okay.
And then a space 11.
you stay. Congrats all. Everybody's congratulating you, Jason. That's so good. How do I enter the giveaway, Matt? Honestly, you just have to be a part of it.
Oh no, that's not.
No, PLU 11. PLU 11. Somebody just said PLU 11. So somebody saw that in the comments. PLU 11.
See, and
at PLU 11.
That would have been earlier in the chat.
Okay, we're gonna keep waiting for him here. Can you get me a tube, a CSO tube?
Where?
The box somewhere. I'm gonna give away CSO.
Grab mine.
Okay, we're gonna give a CSO toque away as well. I don't know. I just feel like I just love giving stuff away. This wasn't part of it at all. We're gonna wait for the PLU 11. This is Cindy's, but you'll get a new one. You'll get a new toque. But this is what we're gonna give away here. One more of these here. Generate 17. That's earlier in the chat.
Devin Skipton.
Devin Skipton. I'm still waiting for a PLU 11 where we have to redraw that one too.
Somebody who's like.
I won because of the goat, Cindy.
If this person answers, he's been here the whole time.
Yeah.
17.
If 17, if somebody, I'll be super impressed if number 17 is still here, because it means they were been here the whole time, or they're smart that they like came here, commented, and then left type of thing. Be very smart. 662 people in here. This is insane. 656 people. Insane. No cats for me. No cats for me.
We could give away some shots.
Give away shots. Cindy actually got text messages saying, "Could you make Jello shooters for me?" Oh, right there. That's him, right? Devin Skipton.
Mm-hmm.
You've been here since the beginning. Unreal. Yes, Devin, you are getting a CSO toque. Okay. Has there been no PLU 11 yet?
It was all capital.
I don't think PLU 11 has been here, right? Which means we are. I have had enough to drink. Which means we're giving away another one. I'm here. What's my number? Oh boy. Just subscribe. I can't keep up. No PLU 11. Okay. We are redoing this one, which is the white tube jig.
Hi, Joey.
Joey. And I on toque. We're doing this one again. So no PLU 11. Number 40, which is still early too. Another person might not be here.
Greg Porth.
Greg Porth, are you here? Greg Porth, are you here? This is now where PLU comments, and I have to give this, and I have to give something else, I feel bad. Greg Porth, are you here? Number 40, Greg Porth. Hi. Who gets the cat? Cindy won't let me give the cat away. She won't. I've tried. I want a toque. Toques are available. ClaytonSchickOutdoors.com. Here, watch this. www.Clayton.
They are the best toque.
They are honestly an unbelievable toque.
They don't move.
Outdoors.com. Okay. There's where you can get a toque. And they are really, really good toques. I'm not going to lie. I'm very happy with them. I pinned it again. I wouldn't sell a product over and over again if I wasn't happy with it. I would eliminate it from it and we would move on. Just like I'm getting more toques right now. So is there no Greg yet? Greg. Oh, what right there? Is that it?
Greg Porth.
Yeah. Greg Porth. You're a winner. He says, what? You won, Greg. Do you want this, Greg? I could give it away again. You don't want it. What number was that?
40.
40. Okay, 40. Okay, so now we have the 7 giveaways. Here's all you guys have to do is send me your message. Send me a message on Instagram or Facebook, or reply to one of my comments on YouTube, something like that. If you don't have Facebook or Instagram, with your address. I need your address. I won't give my email right here because I'll get flooded with emails, but there's ways to find it for sure. If you message me on Instagram or Facebook, and then tonight is the best time to do it so I can write down your information before that. And this stuff will go out early next week, probably because it's super cold out. So we've given them all away, 6 of them. Now watch, we're going to go to like 300 viewers in like 10 seconds. I appreciate everybody that has participated today and hung out and chatted. And I apologize to everybody of the questions that I didn't keep up with.
But how's the shooters?
The shooters are great. It's so hard to keep up. It really is. The 6 winners that I mentioned, send me your number, not your number. Send me your address, and we'll get that out to you early this week. I'm going to do another chat here probably at the end of this coming up week because it's so cold out. And I'm going to put together a big giveaway with a Manitoba hat, a Savage Gear lure, a lure from Lindy Fishing, something like that, lure net, and maybe something else. So like 4 lures or 5 lures and a hat. We're going to do a huge, probably the biggest giveaway that I've done on here in terms of quantity of stuff. So thank you, everybody. My wife wants put-in shots now. That is awesome. Thank you so much. If you want your put-in shots, you got to get the recipe from her. Greg, yes, you are here. I got your number on here. Just send me a message on Facebook or Instagram, okay? Here's a good way to do it. If you don't have Facebook or Instagram, comment on this video below, not on the live chat, but on the actual video that I need to get a hold of you somehow because you don't have Facebook or Instagram. I need to get your address. That'd be a great way to do it. So thank you, everybody. We'll do this again here sometime at the end of the week. I can't believe the turnout. This is mind-blowing. You're the best. You want to say something? Don't say get outside because we're inside. That's what you want to say, don't you?
That's all I know.
That's all she knows. Bye, everybody.